Good morning, students. Nowadays, we are studying the lesson Ranga's Marriage from your snapshot book, and it is written by Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. In our previous video, we had known that how the writer was presenting his village Hosahalli before readers, and he was angry with Britishers and Indian geographers also because they did not mention the name of his village into geography book or map. So, and after that, he said about a village doctor named Gunda Bhatt, and he also said about sweet Kariga Dabu, and what were the others things in his village. We will see in this in the next paragraph. So move on the next para. What are their other things? So we have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us, and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it, just take a bite. The sureness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandra. I once took one such fruit home, and a chutney was made out of it. All of us ate it. The cough we suffered from that after that. It was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. So further he says that we have some mango trees in our village. So he was praising his village, and he was talking about his village and what are the special things in his village, and he was inviting you or readers in his village. So in this series he was saying that we have some mango trees in our village. So there were some mango trees in his village, and he says he invite the readers that come visit us, and I will give you a raw mango, and one of them. And he further says that to the readers, do not eat it like the other mangoes, just take a bite only. And when you will take a bite, the sureness is sure to go to your Brahmarandra. Sureness, it means these mangoes are too much sure, and their sureness is so powerful that he said that the sureness is sure to go to your Brahmarandra. Brahmarandra means the soft part of the head, like in a child, the soft part in a child's head. And here in this context it is used as an idiomatic and expression to convey the extreme potency of sureness, the extreme sureness. So the mangoes are extreme sure. Okay. And he said that I once took one such fruit home. Means one mango home. He took once one mango home, and the chutney was made of it. All of us ate it, he said, and after that the cough we suffered from after eating that chutney from that mango, they all were suffered from cough. So this fruit is so sour. And it was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me, and he said that then the doctor told him about the special quality of that fruit. So he was saying about the mangoes, a special type of mangoes in his village. Just as the mango is special, so is everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. Its flowers are a feast to behold. And he further says that as a mango is special in our village, so everything is special in our village, around our village, and we have a creeper growing, and there was a creeper growing in their village, so near the village pond. and its flower are a feast to behold. Feast to behold. Behold means look at something, to look. And the flower of that creeper was so beautiful. And get two leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath. And when you, if you want to go to bath in the pond, so you can take two leaves from that creeper, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meals. And you have the two leaves of that creeper, so it will become your plate for afternoon meal, for lunch. Okay, so in south we know that in south the people use leaf as a plate, you know, and I will show you like that. Look here, like it is a banana leaf, and the people take a leaf as a plate. Okay, so you can see from here. So he was saying that if you take two leaves from that creeper, so you should not worry about the plate and the leaf, leaf as a plate. Okay, so you have seen that that leaf, so you will say I am rambling. You will say I am rambling. Rambling means to go here and there, or to make lengthy and confusing okay, speech. So it is always like that when the subject of our village comes up, and it will become always if the subject of our village came before us. But enough. If anyone of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. And he says further to the readers, if anyone of you would like to visit in Husahalli, in his village, so drop me a line, so give me a letter, and then I will let you know where Husahalli is and what things are like here. And then he will tell about all the things in his village, and where was the Husahalli. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree? And he said that a very good thing, that the best way of getting know a place, and if you want to know about a place, so that is the best way that you visit there. Okay, so he asked the readers, then, do you not agree with me? And what is your answer? And after that, the next paragraph, what I am going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. And now the story is starting actually. And he said that what I am going to tell you is something that happened in 10 years ago. What happened in 10 years ago, he was saying, he was going to say to you. So he said that we did not have many people who knew English then. Then means at the 10 years ago, in the village there were not many people who know English. Our village accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. And he said that his village accountant was the first man and who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore, to the city for to study. It is different now. There are many who know English, and during the holidays you come across them on every street talking in English. And he is comparing the two times, the time before 10 years ago, 10 years, and the present time. He is saying that it is different now, and now we could find many people speaking English in the streets. But at that time, a very few people know English in a village. Okay, those days we did not speak in English, nor did we bring in English words while in Kannada. And he was saying that in those days we did not speak English in 10 years ago. Mm. And nor did we bring in English words while talking in Kannada. As you know that when we speak in our mother tongue or like in Hindi, so we use many English words in our talking. But he said that when they were talking in Kannada, so they did not use English words in that. Okay. What has happened in is disgraceful, believe me, and he was not happy with this change. He was not happy with this change, and he did not want to speak English, and he did not want to speak English words in while when they were talking in Kannada, in their mother tongue. The other day, I was in Rama Rao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood, and then he was telling a story, and he was telling that the other day I was in Rama Rao's house, and there is a new character in the story, Rama Rao. And the writer was in Rama Rao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Bundle of firewood, for cooking, they have a firewood. Rama Rao's son came out to pay for it, and he asked the woman, "How much should I give you?" "Four pies," she said. And he said that when he was in the house of Rama Rao, and a lady came there, and she brought a bundle of firewood there, and she wanted to sell that bundle to Rama Rao. And Rama Rao's son came out of the home, and he wanted to pay for it, give money for it. And he asked the woman, "How much should I give you?" And the woman said that four pies, mean the four paise. The boy told her he did not have any change. The boy said did not have any change, and change, it is a word of English, change. So he said that he has a note of rupee, and he did not have a paise or the change, and asked her to come the next morning. And he said to that lady to come the next day, because I have not changed. The poor woman did not understand the English word change, and she did not understand what is the meaning of change, and went away muttering to herself, and talking with herself in low voice. She went away, and I too did not know. And writer said, I too did not know what is the meaning of change, and later when I went to Ranga's house and asked him, I understood what it meant. And the writer was saying that he did not know the meaning of change, and when he went to Ranga's house, then he asked to Ranga's what is the meaning of change, and then Ranga told him, and then the writer could understand its meaning. Okay. And he further says that this priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. He said that this priceless commodity. What is priceless commodity? The English language. He was saying English language is a priceless commodity, priceless thing, because it is so widespread in our villages and our India nowadays. So he said that that is the priceless commodity, and was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. And he said that a decade means the period of 10 years. And he said that a period of 10 years, the English language is not so wide spoken as in nowadays. And that was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. And Ranga's homecoming became a great event. People rushed to his doorsteps announcing the accountant's son, has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems. And come, and Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. So this is a great event when Ranga came home after studying in city of Bangalore, and the people rushed towards his doorstep when they heard that Ranga has come, and they announcing in the streets, and the accountant's son has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for studies, he came here, it seems, and come, and Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. They wanted a look of Ranga. They thought that he would be changed, and he went to city and he studied English there, and he take study, and he studied there. And what changes had come in his body or in him, his character, they wanted to see. So, attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here. And attracted by the crowd, when the writer saw the crowd, and he also attracted there, and he also went there, and he stood in the courtyard in the veranda, and he asked there, why have all these people come? And there is no performing monkey here. He said that there is no monkey dance here, so why all these people come here? A boy, a fellow without any brains, said, loud enough for everyone to hear. What are you doing here then? A youngster, immature and without any manners, thinking that all these things were now of the past, I kept quiet. A boy, a fellow without any brains, and he said that a boy who was stupid, and he said loud voice, that and loud enough for everyone to hear, and he said that, why are you doing here? What are you doing here? When the narrator asked the questions to him, that why are all these people come here, there is no performing monkey here, and that boy said, so what are you doing here then? If there is no monkey performing here, so what are you doing here? Why are you coming here? A youngster, that he was immature, and he was without any manners, and he spoke so rudely with the writer, and then writer said that I kept quiet after that. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile of his face. And when Ranga realized that there was a huge crowd before his house, so he came out, and a smile was on his face. And had we all gone inside, the place would have turned into what people call the black hole of Calcutta. And the writer said that if all the people went into the house, so it will become a black hole of Calcutta. And what is the black hole of Calcutta? In Calcutta, when the Britishers ruled over India, and there was a Fort William, and it is made by the Britishers. It is a dungeons. Dungeons mean it is an underground cell. The prisoners were kept in that dungeons, and once the Britishers kept there too many people, too Indian people, and the prisoner in that limited place, and they died there by suffocation. So that is called a black hole of Calcutta. Thank God it did not. Thank God the all people did not went into the home of Ranga, and they were at the courtyard, at the veranda. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago. And they were surprised. Everyone was surprised to see Ranga, that he was same as he had been 6 months ago. because 6 months ago when he went to city Bangalore for study, and after 6 months they wanted to see that there will be some changes in his body or in his character, but they saw that the Ranga was the same when he had first left our village. An old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes, and said, and an old lady was near the Ranga, and she ran her hand over his chest and his body, and she was looking his body very eagerly, and she was noticing some changes. She wanted to see some changes. Where are some changes? And then when she looked at his body, his eyes, she said, "The Genevera is still there. He has not lost his caste." She went away soon after that. Ranga laughed. And she said that the Genevera, what is Genevera? Genevera is the sacred thread worn by the Brahmin, and it is called Janev. In Hindi, we said that it is Janev. So she said that the Genevera means the Janev is still there. It means he has not lost his caste. He is Brahmin. And then she went away from there, and Ranga laughed at her. Okay, so it is the end of today's video, and now today's paragraph in English, and now it is the time of Hindi summary. So we will look at in the Hindi. तो हमने इसमें पिछली वीडियो में देखा था कि किस तरह से वो अपने गांव की तारीफ़ करता है और अपने गांव की चीज़ों के बारे में बताता है। करी का दाबू एक स्वीट है, उसके बारे में बताता है। और अब वो और क्या क्या बता रहा है अपने गांव के बारे में ये राइटर, तो उसको हम आगे इस वीडियो में देखेंगे। तो वो कहता है कि हमारे गांव में कुछ मैंगो के ट्रीज़ हैं, और रीडर से कहता है कि आओ हमारे गांव में घूमो, मैं तुम्हें एक मैंगो दूंगा उनमें से। लेकिन फिर कहता है कि लेकिन उसको आप खाना मत, केवल एक बाइट लेना, केवल एक टुकड़ा लेना, पूरा मत खाना, क्योंकि अगर आप एक बाइट भी लोगे तो उसकी जो शोरनेस है, जो खट्टापन है, वो सीधा आपके ब्रह्मरंध्र में जाएगा, सीधा आपके सिर में पहुंचेगा, क्योंकि वो बहुत ही खट्टे हैं। और वो ये घटना बताता है कि एक बार मैं ऐसा ही एक मैंगो घर लाया था, उसकी हमने चटनी बनाई और फिर सब ने वो खाई, और सब ने जब चटनी खाई तो उसके बाद सबको कफ हो गया, अर्थात खांसी हो गई, और सब बीमार पड़ गए। फिर डॉक्टर के पास राइटर गया, और डॉक्टर ने फिर उस फल की, उस मैंगो की स्पेशल क्वालिटी बताई उन लोगों को कि ये जो खट्टापन है इसका, ये कितना ज़्यादा है और कितना क्या है इसकी क्वालिटी। तो इस तरह से फिर वो आगे बताता है कि हमारे गांव में जैसे ये मैंगो है, ऐसे ही और चीज़ें भी हैं। जैसे मैंगो स्पेशल है, ऐसे और भी चीज़ें स्पेशल हैं। वो एक क्रीपर के बारे में बताया, एक बेल, एक लता के बारे में बताता है कि वो भी हमारे विलेज के पॉन्ड के पास रहती है। बड़े बड़े पत्ते होते हैं, उसके फ्लावर्स बहुत ही सुंदर होते हैं, देखने लायक होते हैं। और आप अगर कभी यहाँ आओ और आप पॉन्ड में नहाने जाओ, उसके बाद आप 2 पत्तियाँ वहाँ से तोड़ लेना, फिर आपको चिंता करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि आपको खाना किस पत्ती पर या किस प्लेट में सर्व किया जाए। वो पत्ती ही आपके लिए पर्याप्त है, उस पर आप खाना परोस सकते हैं। क्योंकि साउथ में आपने देखा होगा कि वो प्लेट का यूज कम करते हैं और पत्ती का यूज ज़्यादा करते हैं। अधिकतर वो बनाना लीव्स का प्रयोग करते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर वो एक क्रीपर के बारे में बता रहा है कि वो भी उसके पत्ते को भी यूज किया जा सकता है। और वो फिर खुद ही कहता है कि आई एम रैम्बलिंग, मैं इधर उधर की बातें कर रहा हूँ, इधर उधर जा रहा हूँ कहानी में, और कहानी में सीधा नहीं जा रहा हूँ। लेकिन वो कह रहा है कि अगर मेरे विलेज का टॉपिक आएगा तो ऐसा होगा ही होगा, क्योंकि ही लव्स हिज विलेज टू मच। और वो कहता है लेकिन अब बहुत हो चुका है, अब मैं इधर उधर नहीं जाऊँगा, अब मैं सीधे पॉइंट पर आऊँगा। और यदि आप हमारे विलेज में आना चाहें तो मुझे एक लेटर लिख देना, कुछ लाइन ड्रॉप कर देना, तो मैं आपको बता दूंगा कि विलेज होसाली कहाँ है और उसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं। और किसी प्लेस को अगर जानना है तो सबसे बेस्ट वे क्या होता है, सबसे बेस्ट तरीका क्या होता है कि वहाँ विजिट करो, वहाँ जाओ, घूमने जाओ। तो अगर हम वहाँ विजिट करेंगे, घूमने जाएंगे, तो हम उस स्थान के बारे में सब कुछ जान पाएंगे। और फिर वो क्वेश्चन करता है रीडर से कि डू यू नॉट एग्री, क्या आप एग्री नहीं है मुझसे? आपका तो एग्री है। सो आगे वो कहता है कि 10 साल पहले की बात मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ, और उस समय बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे थे कि जो इंग्लिश नहीं जानते थे। और हमारे गांव का एक अकाउंटेंट थे, और वो अकाउंटेंट ने पहली बार इतनी हिम्मत दिखाई कि उन्होंने अपने बेटे को बेंगलोर भेजा, सिटी में भेजा पढ़ने के लिए। और ये बिल्कुल अलग था, क्योंकि उन दिनों में इंग्लिश लोग नहीं जानते थे गांव में। और छुट्टियों के समय और आजकल फिर वो तुलना करता है कि आजकल तो आपको हर गली में इंग्लिश बोलते हुए लोग मिल जाएंगे। जब आप छुट्टी में आते हो, देखते हो, गलियों में जाते हो, तो अधिकतर लोग इंग्लिश बोलते हुए नज़र आ जाते हैं। लेकिन उन दिनों में कोई भी इंग्लिश नहीं बोलता था। और जब कन्नड़ा में भी बोलते थे, कन्नड़ लैंग्वेज में बोलते थे, तो बीच में इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स नहीं आते थे। अभी जैसे हम बहुत सारे जब हिंदी में बोलते हैं या अपनी मदर टंग में बोलते हैं, तो बहुत सारे इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स को बीच में घुसा देते हैं, जबकि तब ऐसा नहीं होता था। फिर वो कहता है कि ये जो चेंज हुआ है अब, कि लोग इंग्लिश बोलते हैं अपनी मदर टंग के बीच बीच में इंग्लिश वर्ड्स का ज़्यादा यूज करते हैं, इस चेंज को राइटर अच्छा नहीं मानता है। वो कहता है नहीं, मैं इससे सहमत नहीं, और ये ख़राब चेंज है, डिस्ग्रेसफुल है। लेकिन फिर वो आगे स्टोरी बताता है कि मैं एक बार रामा राव के घर में था। अब रामा राव एक नया करेक्टर एंटर हुआ है स्टोरी में, एक रामा राव के घर पर था। और वहाँ पर एक महिला एक फायरवुड लेकर आई, फायरवुड मतलब लकड़ी लेकर के आई, जो आग जलाते थे खाना बनाने के लिए। तो वो लकड़ियाँ लेकर के आई, और रामा राव के बेटे ने वो खरीदी लकड़ियाँ, और उसके लिए पैसे देने चाहे। और उसने पूछा कि हाँ, कितने पैसे हुए? तो उस महिला ने कहा 4 पैसे हुए। अब लड़के के पास 4 पैसे खुले नहीं थे, तो उसने कहा कि मेरे पास चेंज नहीं है। जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि खुले पैसे, छुट्टे पैसे, तो छुट्टे पैसे के लिए हम चेंज कहते हैं कि मेरे पास खुले पैसे नहीं हैं, मेरे पास चेंज नहीं है, और तुम कल आना, ऐसा उस लड़के ने बोला। अब वो बेचारी महिला वो नहीं समझ पाई कि चेंज का मतलब क्या होता है, और वो बड़बड़ाती हुई वहाँ से चली गई। और राइटर कहता है कि मुझे भी नहीं पता था, मैं भी वहीं खड़ा था, मुझे भी नहीं पता था ये चेंज क्या होता है। और बाद में जब मैं कभी रंगा के घर गया, मैंने उससे पूछा, तब जा कर के मुझे भी पता चला कि व्हाट इज चेंज, ये चेंज का मीनिंग क्या होता है। तो इस तरह से जो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज है, वो कहते हैं कि ये प्राइसलेस कमोडिटी बन गई है आज, मतलब अनमोल बन गई है, प्राइसलेस चीज़ बन गई है इंग्लिश, क्योंकि आजकल हर जगह इंग्लिश ही लैंग्वेज चल रही है। और उस समय ये इंग्लिश जो थी वो इतनी वाइड स्प्रेड नहीं थी हमारे गाँव में। डिकेड एगो, डिकेड होता है एक 10 साल का पीरियड, जिसको हम दशक बोलते हैं हिंदी में। तो ये एक डिकेड पहले, 10 साल पहले जब राइटर ने ये लेसन लिखा, उससे 10 साल पहले वो कहता है कि इंग्लिश इतनी ज़्यादा फैली हुई नहीं थी। इसीलिए रंगा का जो होम कमिंग था वो एक ग्रेट इवेंट बन गया। लोग भागे रंगा के घर की तरफ अनाउंस करते हुए कि देखो, अकाउंटेंट का सन आ गया, रंगा आ गया घर, जो लड़का बेंगलोर गया था पढ़ने के लिए वो वापस आ चुका है, भागो चलो रंगा के घर, वो दिखाई दे रहा है वहाँ, लेट्स गो एंड हैव अ लुक, चलो उसको देखने चलते हैं। और लोग दौड़ पड़े उसके घर की तरफ, भीड़ लग गई वहाँ। अब वो क्यों गए? वो देखना चाहते थे कि ये लड़का शहर में गया है पढ़ने, और न जाने ये तो कैसा चेंज हो गया होगा, और इसकी शरीर में क्या चेंजेज हुए होंगे, इसके करेक्टर में क्या चेंज हुए होंगे, इसकी सोच में, थिंकिंग में क्या चेंज हुए होंगे। और वो सब चेंज देखने के लिए वहाँ दौड़ पड़े। और उसी भीड़ को देख करके राइटर भी अट्रैक्ट हुआ, राइटर भी वहाँ पहुँचा, और वहाँ कोर्टयार्ड में खड़े होकर के उसने पूछा, अरे ये लोग यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, क्यों क्यों आए हैं यहाँ कोई बंदर का खेल चल रहा है क्या? तो एक लड़का वहीं बगल में खड़ा था, बिल्कुल बेवकूफ़ सा लड़का, और वो उसने ज़ोर से कहा कि तो फिर आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं? अगर यहाँ कोई बंदर का खेल नहीं हो रहा है तो आप क्यों आए हैं, आप क्या क्या कर रहे हैं? और बिना सभ्यता के उसने ऐसे ही रूडली ज़ोर से बोल दिया। राइटर कहता है मैं तो चुप हो गया उसके बाद। तो इतने सारे लोगों को देख करके जब उसके घर पे आए, तो रंगा भी बाहर आया, उसने देखा कि क्या है, वो उसके फेस पर स्माइल थी। और सभी लोग अगर अंदर चले जाते उसके घर के अंदर तो वो ब्लैक होल बन जाता कलकत्ता का। ब्लैक होल के बारे में मैंने अभी इंग्लिश में आपको बताया कि एक छोटा सा प्लेस था अंग्रेज़ों ने जो बनाया था जहाँ पर वो प्रिजनर को रखते थे, इंडियंस को रखते थे। एक बार उन्होंने वहाँ पर बहुत सारे प्रिजनर भर दिए बहुत ही छोटे लिमिटेड एरिया में, और वो मर गए वहाँ पर सफोकेशन से, दम घुट करके मर गए। तो वो ब्लैक होल कहते हैं उसको कलकत्ता। तो अगर वो कहता है कि हम सब अगर अंदर चले जाते तो वो घर भी ब्लैक होल बन जाता। तो वो कहता है थैंक गॉड कि ऐसा नहीं हुआ, कोई अंदर नहीं गया, सब बाहर ही रहे। और हर कोई सरप्राइज था ये देखने के लिए, ये देख करके कि रंगा तो चेंज ही नहीं हुआ है, ये तो वैसे ही दिखाई दे रहा है, इसके नाक कान हाथ पैर तो वैसे ही हैं जैसे 6 महीने पहले थे। और एक लेडी जो उसके पास ही खड़ी थी उसने तो हाथ फेरा उसकी चेस्ट पर और उसको देखा, उसकी आंखों में देखा, वो देख रही थी कोई चेंज है कि नहीं है। और जब उसने हाथ फेर करके देखा कि उसका जनेऊ पहना हुआ है। जनेऊ एक ब्राह्मण लोग अधिकतर पहनते हैं, कि वो एक पहचान होती है उनकी कि ब्राह्मण हैं। तो वो देखता है कि हाँ अच्छा जनेऊ है, वो देखती है महिला की जनेऊ तो है इसने पहना हुआ है। तो वो अनाउंस करती है कि हाँ हाँ इसने जनेऊ पहना हुआ है, इसका मतलब इसने अपनी कास्ट नहीं खोई है, ये ब्राह्मण ही है अभी तक। और फिर वो वहाँ से चली गई और रंगा हंसने लगा उसके उन तरह के व्यवहार पर। तो आज की स्टोरी, आज की वीडियो हम यहीं एंड करते हैं। ओके, आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे, उनके आंसर आपको लिखने हैं। स्टोरी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है इसलिए स्टोरी को ज़रूर देखें। ओके।